This is 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News at 5.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Frank Malloy.
And I'm Lori Johnson. Our top story at 5. A Crawford County high school student is in jail tonight after allegedly threatening to, quote, shoot up his school.
Justin McDuffie joins us live from Crawford County High School in Roberta with more information.
According to a news release from the district attorney, 17-year-old jokester Usry is charged with making terroristic threats. That comes after he allegedly threatened to shoot up his high school here in Crawford County on Valentine's Day. Now, Roberta police were alerted to these threats today since Usry missed school on Thursday and students were out Friday and Monday for President's Day. Now, a student that I talked to said she was worried all day knowing that someone threatened to shoot up her school. Usry was arrested today and his bond was set at $5,000. Now, according to his bond, there's a condition. It's that he cannot have any weapons inside of his home. Frank and Lori, back to you.
Thank you, Justin. A Facebook post from Crawford County Schools says he is suspended pending a tribunal.
Nearly a week after the deadly school shooting in South Florida, a Central Georgia school system says they are considering a policy that could allow some teachers to carry in the classroom. Blackley Schools tweeted out a message on Friday that said, in part, in light of recent events in Florida, we're reviewing security and emergency plans, booking active shooter training updates for all schools, and considering a policy to allow certain staff members at each school to be armed. Our prayers go out to everyone affected.
Superintendent Steve Smith says no changes will be made without consulting students, staff, and parents. The change would also require approval by the Board of Education. Parents we spoke to today had a mixed reaction about the tweet.
I don't know, teachers with a gun just don't seem right, you know?
Maybe like three or four, like throughout the school that know what they're doing and are like have used guns before.
They would need all the protection they could get, and as long as they were trained properly, it would definitely be for it.
I wouldn't want my kid around a teacher toting a gun all day.
Superintendent Smith says everything is on the table for discussion. They take the safety of their students very seriously and plan to conduct surveys to gauge the community's views on the issue.
To read Superintendent Smith's full statement he sent to 13WMAZ, you can visit our website at 13WMAZ.com. Last week's fatal shooting in Florida reignited a national debate over guns.
And a lot of that conversation is happening online, but is it productive? Zach Merchant joins us live in studio with some answers.
Thanks, guys. If you're like most people, you've probably seen your friends and your neighbors posting about what happened and what to do about it on social media sites. That's certainly true for Carol Denmark. She's a retired school teacher in Cochrane who shared an article proposing stricter gun laws to a community Facebook group. She says the post generated more than 100 comments, many of them angrily opposing her opinion, and some even resorting to profanity. She responded to many of her detractors as they commented, but Coliseum Medical Center's therapist Bruce Kahn says that's probably not the best way to change people's minds for Carol or for the people who opposed her.
Matter of fact, it's even worse than that. You're not moving the needle. You're making both sides stronger in their independent and isolated silo position.
Kahn says that especially for polarizing topics like gun control, you need to have conversations in person if you want to change anyone's mind or learn something new. Frank, Lori, back to you guys.
Thanks, Zach.
And Bruce Kahn said part of the problem is the anonymity that comes with online communication. We'll hear more about that tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
An update on the story we first told you about in December. The city of Centerville considered taking an elderly woman's land to build a park, but tonight the offer is off the table. Ann Mason's 6-acre property is right next to land that the city is using to build a park. The city offered her $70,000 for it last year, but she maintained it's worth $1 million. Last week, Mason's family said that her attorney received a letter from City Council. It says they decided not to withdraw the offer and end future negotiations over the property. Mason's niece, Karen Higdon, says that she is relieved but concerned the city could still make it difficult for Mason to sell the property.
Well, it was very exciting and happy and an answer to prayer to get this letter. And we're hoping that it's a true desist. We're hoping that.
Higdon said her aunt's attorney told them the city could try to purchase or condemn the land again. The city of Centerville did not return calls for comment.
Warner Robins City Council meeting for the first time since 13 WMAZ reported that violent crime dropped in 2017 in the city. Jacob Reynolds joins us live from City Hall.
Well, earlier this month, we reported that the crime rate dropped 22% in 2017. There was growing concern in the city after the string of 3 homicides at the beginning of the year and the city's crime rate. Just 2 weeks ago, there was a meeting called Enough is Enough to discuss the crime issues in Warner Robins. And Mayor Randy Toms and some members of council were at that meeting. And since January, the council has discussed potential solutions and changes to the way the city does policing. Now, so far, it hasn't come up in the city's pre-council meeting, which is going on right behind me, but we do plan to ask them tonight if, in light of those numbers, if they are still in support of some changes to the police department here in Warner Robins. Live in City Hall, Jacob Reynolds, 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Hi, thanks very much, Jacob. Of course, we'll be inside that meeting tonight, and we'll have more for us on Eyewitness News at 10 and 11. Meanwhile, Bibb County employees should know tonight if they'll see changes to their health insurance plan. Bibb commissioners are scheduled to vote on making 9 health care changes, like increasing copays and requiring some mail-order medications. It's all in an effort to fix the county's financial problems. Assistant County Manager Julie Moore says they're heading towards a $4 million deficit this year after a $12 million deficit the year before. Meanwhile, Commissioner Malloy Jones says if the county is having a budget crisis, they should not be helping to pay for a roundabout near Navicent's new children's hospital. In a letter to commissioners, Jones said he will vote against an ordinance that would allow the county to use SPLOST money to help with that project. Jones referenced tax records that shows the county giving 69 property tax exemptions to the hospital, which he says would have generated $3.7 million for the county in 2016. Jones said in the letter, quote, "It's not the responsibility of the taxpayers to foot 80% of the bill." We'll bring you a decision on those votes tonight on Eyewitness News.
You have people blowing their horns at the ones that you do know, and it creates a little road rage issue. But if people just take the time and really study.
Some drivers are confused about whether or not they can make a left turn on a one-way street if the light is red. So we set out to verify. The Bibb Sheriff's Office says it's a rule many drivers really don't know about. We're going to share the answer tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
Well, I hope that's a yes, because I've been one of those people that's done that. It is a yes. Many times. Okay, it is a yes. Many times. Yes. All right, here we go. Clouds, warm, play for a rain chance. That's all on the way in just minutes.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ben. We'll see you later.
Okay.
All right, festival season right around the corner. Some of Central Georgia's best will be here before you know it.
First festival of the season, the Forsythia Festival in Forsyth. It's held annually on the second weekend in March. This festival begins March 10th.
Right after that, Macon's own Cherry Blossom Festival, the pinkest party on earth, held annually in March. This year it begins on March 16th and runs through March 25th.
And following the Cherry Blossom Festival is the Dogwood Festival in Perry. The annual celebration this year starts April 14th and 15th, and that's going to be in downtown.
And that festival, of course, is what Chamber of Commerce officials call beautiful, historic downtown Perry. That's what the showcase spot is. On this week's Close-Up program, Perry Chamber President and CEO Darlene McClendon talked about several upcoming community events, including the 2018 Independence Parade and Freedom Fireworks.
And the year-end Taste of Southern, which is held the Thursday after Thanksgiving. McClendon also discusses the Dogwood Festival, its canine jumping event, and the Perry Proud slogan.
And Perry Proud is a campaign that we started in 2015 to just generate excitement about the upcoming festival. You know, a community gives a lot for a festival to come into the downtown corridor.
And you can catch Close-Up at noon Saturday, 6 a.m. Sunday on 13 WMAZ.
Still to come on Eyewitness News at 5. Today is National Love Your Pet Day. Coming up, we take a look at how social media can help pets find new homes.
But first, the video of the day. A new tree planted outside the Bibb County Government Center. Now, you may remember the last one took quite a hit during Tropical Storm Irma. Now, the old cedar was planted in February 1960. It was donated in memory of Lieutenant James Wesley Bracken, who was killed in the Korean War in 1951. The new one also dedicated to Bracken.
Now, the old tree will be turned into benches that will be placed outside of the Government Center. So go by and enjoy the new tree, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. Today is National Love Your Pet Day, and many of you have sent us pictures of your four-legged friends.
Let's take a look at a few of those photos. Teresa sent us this picture of her pooch, Stella, who is obviously a big Georgia fan.
Robin posted this picture of her rescued cat, Leo. that her son gave to her 3 years ago.
Leo. Victoria sends a picture of her rescued golden retriever, Locks, who she says is a very happy dog.
And this fella's named Brady. He was rescued. He's a rescued Rottweiler belonging to Miss Julie.
We want to see more pictures of your best friends. Just head over to our Facebook page and leave a picture in the comments on this story.
We love seeing photos of your fur babies, but they aren't the only ones feeling the love online.
If you haven't noticed, pets at the Macon Bibb Animal Welfare Shelter are always photo ready. In fact, pictures of those fierce felines and hunky huskies have attracted more than 17,000 likes on the shelter's Facebook page. Every day, the shelter shows off their animals and shares their stories.
Interim shelter director Tracy Ballou says the animals aren't just becoming online celebrities, they're finding their forever homes as well. Ballou says dozens of rescue shelters and families looking to adopt find their perfect pet through their Facebook page.
We transfer as far north as Canada, and we transfer to Maine, Indiana, Florida, a lot of rescues here in Georgia. So, I mean, Facebook is just amazing.
Macon Bibb Animal Welfare is one of the most popular government social media pages in Macon Bibb.
Yeah, the Picture Perfect Pets has more than double the amount of shares in the EMA page and the Macon Bibb Transit page combined.
And I do have to admit, when we're not working very hard, we're checking out that Facebook page, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Frank had a little dedication to the pooch today as well.
Yes, indeed. I took Millie to the vet today.
And paid
what
for it.
What did Millie give you?
Well, she tried to escape, and while I was trying to get her, I closed the door in my thumb.
Ouch!
Yeah. And apparently it's hurting him very badly
it really
right now.
is.
Look at you soldier on, though. You're doing a great job.
I'm
great
hanging
job.
in there. Yeah.
Oh, shall I come back?
No, you're good.
See you later, Lori.
Just me and my thumb.
77 in Macon, 78 in Warner Robins. There's a look at the almanacs. If you're trying to get your runaway dog, make sure the door is closed first. We're back after this.
Show your pets some love by taking them outside today.
I did the old Gordon Animal Clinic. Dr. Dennard, Suzanne did a story
Yeah,
on
he
it
did.
recently.
Story.
He's a good man, and it's always a good time out there.
Your thumb does look
It,
bad.
I know, I'm sorry.
You
It's
might
just-
lose that nail right there. So the dog's running away, and then you try to catch the dog, and then you slam
Yeah.
the door, and your thumb was in the door.
Yes. But at the time, like I said, for the first few hours, it only recently has it now started to really.
Yeah, that's going to hurt for a while.
Yeah,
All right.
you appreciate
Don't
that.
even think about taking any time
No,
off.
I won't. Trust me.
Frank's out till next Monday. with the phone. Here we go. Clouds and 70s next week. There's still nothing overly cold. All right, we're back after this.
Here's a story that comes straight from the heart. This Friday, you can taste foods from at least 20 different Macon restaurants, all under one roof.
And you can feel good about consuming the calories. It's all to raise money to make home repairs for the elderly.
Rebuilding Macon helps fix up around 250 homes each year, doing everything from building wheelchair ramps to fixing plumbing and leaky roofs.
Development Director Stephen Brantley says the goal is to make people stay dry and safe while also getting rid of blight in Macon. Frances Harris says she's been waiting for the day when someone would come fix her stairs and plumbing.
I was so excited. Oh my God, I was so happy and blessed. I feel like I'm so blessed. It's like I don't hit a lottery.
Macon's cooking event will be taking place at the Tubman Museum on Friday from 6:30 to 10:30.
Promises to be a great time. Tickets $50. Now that includes the food and drinks from restaurants such as the Rookery and Parish, plus live music, and an extra bonus. Mr. Blue Thumb here is going to MC the event.
Thank you.
Hopefully the thumb will be better by then.
Not
though.
sure if that's a bonus or not, but I am looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun.
And coming up next on Eyewitness News at 5, a Macon church will be filled with the sounds of Africa tonight. After the break, we're going to show you how the Sozu Children's Choir is preparing.
The Sozo Children's Choir is warming up for one of many performances on their national tour.
Braylon Edwards takes us to Bethany Baptist to introduce us to the students behind the steps.
Hello, I am junior journalist Braylon Edwards, and we are here in Forsyth where the sounds of the Sozo Choir will be oh so amazing. The Sozo Choir starts to the beat of African sounds, bringing a little bit of Ugandan culture to America.
My favorite part is singing on the stage and dancing, cultural dance.
Favorite part is meeting new people and making new friends. That you can live, but you can't live without God.
Bringing faith together with the banging of drums. The Sozo Children's Program also gives these kids an opportunity not many in their country get.
Not all people get a chance to go to school.
During their 4 months in America, Development Director Aggie Namayoba says the program provides kids with more knowledge, faith, and even family.
Mother, daughter, son kind of relationship and friendship too, like, how you can be with your sister sometimes,
And at the end of it all, Pastor John Brennan says the kids go home with more than just good memories.
Is the confidence, the experience, and they go back to their country knowing that their English is improved. They speak good English, but it's improved. And just knowing that, hey, there is a way for me to be successful.
So, if you like what you hear, you can come right here to New City Church and see the Sozo Choir perform on Tuesday, 6:30 in Macon, Georgia. 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Again, that concert is tonight. It is free, however, donations are accepted.
And the proceeds go towards their village project, which helps build homes, churches, and schools for the Sozo children.
Final check on the forecast, looking ahead to a Wednesday when we come back.
All right, before we go, warm weather continues. We're going to average around 80 as we finish out this week on into the weekend. Maybe a sprinkle tonight, maybe a sprinkle tomorrow, and then Sunday into Monday.
I see you're being optimistic, Sonny, only putting a 30% chance.
That really is just being optimistic,
Okay.
I think, right there. It's still in play, though. It still looks like Saturday's going to be the better day.
Oh, thanks for watching. Hope you'll join us for Eyewitness News at 6.
And until then, the news continues now on 13WMAZ.com and MAZ Mobile.
Andy's up next, back here in 28.